Hello everyone, back tuning into the 5-day forecast. We're going to have a detailed look at whether the next 5 days across the British Isles. Taste of summer coming up over coming 5 days. Last week we had winter, this week we're going to summer. Quite remarkable how quickly the weather changes in the UK. But we're going to be looking at high temperatures this week, well certainly by weekend, getting up to around 21, 22 degrees. One or two places possibly going higher than that. Wouldn't rule out 25, 77 Fahrenheit, so we're in the southeast, probably on Sunday afternoon. And there's also going to be a risk of thunderstorms moving up from the south as well over the weekend. So really quite an interesting weekend, and more like sort of weekend you'd expect in July rather than May. I'll show you all the detail in a second as we go through the 5-day forecast. But before I get on with that, just say about the ads. There's links to articles on all pages. Have a browse through widgets and click through the links if there's any articles that you're interested in. Thanks so much for doing that. There's also video ads, most of the pages. They overlap the content when you watch them close. Look up again, helps page website. Websites using for the 5-day forecast coming from theweatherout.com and westcentral.de. So here's the radar picture from the Weather Outlook. You can see we've got an area of rain across the north and west of Scotland. Elsewhere, it's generally dry. And this rain in the far northwest is going to be a bit stuck up there. When weather systems start getting stuck in the far north and west, it's showing you that the weather fronts aren't moving southwards and eastwards because high pressure is building. So have a look at the stochastic pressure chart. You can see that there's high pressure in there now across the south and east of the country and down in Central Europe as well, as this area of low pressure up to the northwest is sort of being blocked and just grazing up to the northwest of Scotland. And it's this high pressure going to pull the winds in from the south and southeast over the coming few days and to bring up those higher temperatures. So we will have more in way of cloud and a stronger wind for Scotland and Northern Ireland today. Rain generally just in the north and west of Scotland, a little bit perhaps coming down into Northern Ireland, but it's mostly dry in the north, away from the far north and west, but rather cloudy. England and Wales, however, good sunny spells coming from there. It's been a cold start again, but temperatures will stage a recovery through the day, reaching a warm 17 Celsius, that's 63 Fahrenheit. Overnight tonight, the rain will tend to die out across the northwest of Scotland, but probably keep a fair amount of cloud across Scotland and Northern Ireland with fairly strong winds as well. You see quite tight packed icebergs, so it'll be quite breezy up there. For England and Wales, again, turn clear, quite cold, temperatures dropping to around 2 or 3 degrees, which is low enough for a touch of ground frost in places, maybe a mist or fog patch as well. So Thursday finds that area of low pressure up to the north of Scotland, pushing back northwards, going up towards Iceland. The high pressure is taking over across central and eastern parts of Europe. And then there's this thundery area of low pressure coming out of northern Spain in towards the Bay of Biscay. That won't affect us, I don't think, till we get into weekend. So for Thursday, we're going to have a lot of dry weather across the country. Again, always more in way of cloud for Scotland and Northern Ireland, less so for England and Wales. That's where the best of the sunshine will be. And I think generally there'll be an increase in cloud a little bit on Thursday. However, temperatures will be a bit higher, possibly up to 19 degrees in the southeast. 19 degrees is 66 Fahrenheit. Friday shows that area of low pressure just coming out of the Bay of Biscay towards the north of France, maybe threatening the far southwest wind. So you might find a few showers breaking out in the channel. There could be a thunderstorm across the southwest of England, but otherwise it'll be another dry day with sunny spells and variable cloud amounts. Temperatures increasing all the time, so Friday could lift the temperature to around 21 in London. 21 is 70 Fahrenheit, a very warm day indeed. We go through into the weekend and we're in this warm southerly flow. We've got the high pressure now centering over Scandinavia. The low pressure is centred off the Algarve, bringing up this warm southerly flow, but it is unstable. So I think Saturday morning could have some thundery rain across England and Wales and Ireland. That generally pushing northwards through the day, affecting Scotland and northern England, I would have thought, particularly southwest of Scotland and northwestern England, possibly Northern Ireland as well. Following along behind, it'll brighten up, I would think, but as it brightens up, the humidity will rise and there could be some more thunderstorms being set off in the south as we go through into Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. Temperatures, though, are going to be really warm, up to around 23 degrees. 23 is 73 Fahrenheit. That's something like 7 or 8 degrees above average. So it's around 7 or 8 degrees below average last week. By the weekend, we're going to be around 7 or 8 degrees above average for the time of year. As I say, quite a remarkable switch in the weather in such a short space of time. And then we go through into Sunday, and we're bringing up this southerly southeasterly flow. I think Sunday will be the peak of the temperatures with this spell, and it could reach 25 degrees somewhere like London. 25 is 77 Fahrenheit. But there will be a further risk of thunderstorms breaking out. I think probably have a dry morning. Could still be some thundery rain left across southwest Scotland, north west England, maybe Northern Ireland, maybe Western Scotland as well. That should mostly go away, but after a drier morning, I think clouds will build up through the course of the afternoon, with a risk of heavy showers and thunderstorms breaking out on Sunday afternoon in that heat and humidity. As I say, temperatures up to 25 degrees possible around London, which is 77 in Fahrenheit. And then we end the 5-day forecast period on Monday, bringing in more of an easterly flow, so it'll be a little bit cooler on Monday. Still very warm for the time of year, with maximums around 19 or 20 degrees, but I think just be a little bit cooler as the wind backs more towards the east and starts to draw the air in off the North Sea. After a dry start, I think there'll be more heavy showers, maybe thunderstorms, maybe even longer spells of rain starting to push up from the south across England and Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, possibly parts of Northern England staying dry. As I say, temperatures maxing out around 19, 20, something like that. So a few degrees down on those of the weekend, but still above average for early May. Finally, have a look at the charts from the Weather Outlook so you can see the weather in your area over the next 5 days. A lot of dry weather coming up today. It doesn't show for rain across the far northwest of Scotland, but it is there. Elsewhere, a lot of dry weather coming up over the next 5 days with sunny spells. Dry weather mainly continuing into Thursday as well. Temperatures warming up all the time, getting into Friday again. It's mainly dry. Could be a thundery shower in the southwest, but otherwise sunny spells. Temperatures lifting up, possibly up to around 21 degrees, 70 Fahrenheit in London. And then over the weekend it turns warmer still. We may have thundery rain in the west and north, particularly on Saturday, with a risk of some thundery showers breaking out elsewhere. And then we go through into Sunday. This is the peak of the temperatures. It's showing a maximum of 23 in the south, 73 Fahrenheit. I think it could be a bit higher than that even, possibly up to 25. But there will be an ongoing risk of thundery showers or even thunderstorms breaking out, particularly on Sunday afternoon. And then on Monday, still warm but a little bit cooler, with a dry start but more heavy rain, maybe with thunder coming into the south later in the day. So it really is a very, very interesting spell of weather coming up. We've gone from winter last week to summer by the weekend. All in a few days. Quite remarkable. Temperatures are going to be rising through the next 5 days, peaking on Sunday where they could get to around 25 Celsius, 77 Fahrenheit. After a dry start, there will be an increased risk of heavy showers or thunderstorms over the weekend and into the start of next week. So I think we'll be getting storm watch going over the coming few days. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.